So hello guys, and how are we all doing? So this cowl neck top right here would take you less than 15 minutes to cut out, and then I'm here to guide you all the way up to know how to cut it, how to do the pattern drafting. So if this is part of what you want to see and you would like to see more, I would want you to please subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, and turn on the bell icon by the side so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I am going to be making use of this pattern papers that I have already drafted and cut out, the front pattern and the back pattern. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm only going to be making use of this back pattern. So if you're wondering why this fabric is like this is a leftover fabric that I had left from a style that I made. So it's folded into two. I'm only going to be making use of what is available to me. So if you have a complete fabric, if you have a bigger fabric, you can go ahead and use. So I just place the back pattern on my folded fabric like this. And then I would go ahead to mark the basic points. Also the armhole, I'm going to do that. This pattern is not as long as I want for a top, so I'm going to be extending the length downward by 3 inches. So this will be my new length. So at this point, if you want something longer, you can just go ahead and extend it. Just get an extension and just get your longer length. So I'll just extend it down to the new length that I have. Then on this new length, I'm going to confirm if it's up to my hip measurement. Yeah, it's my hip measurements. So at this point, the back pattern is cut out. So over to the front part. I would place my tape roll on the pattern like this, and then I'll just make some marks. So just watch me carefully. Once those marks are dotted there, I'm just going to extend it to the armhole like this. So these are all the points I marked. After extending, I just slash them out. Be careful so that you don't completely take them off of the pattern. So I will just fold another side of my fabric. As you can see, I don't have much fabric, but if you have much, you can just play around with that. So you just fold it into two like this, and then I'll just take my slashed patterns and then I'll lay there. You can see that I left extra inches below. It is for the extension of my length that I added to the back pattern. That is 3 inches. So I'll just layer the slashes, all the slashed patterns on my fabric like this. Then I'll just use my hands to adjust it. So just take your time to arrange the slashes. So at this point, if you want your cowl neck to be so drapey and full, you just have to extend the slashes upward like the arrows are indicating. But if you don't have much and you don't want it so much, then you can just go ahead and just arrange it slightly like this. The slashes should not be so wide, should not be so spread apart, so that you don't get so much. But then if you want it to be very much like what you can see on the screen, then you have to spread out your drapes. No, spread out your slashes apart. So for me and for the fabric that I have available, this slashes is very okay for me. So this is what we have after we're done cutting out the front part. This is what the shape of your cowl neck will look like before it drapes. That's the shoulder there, and then it's going to be like this, leaving the shoulder suspended upwards. So laying the back to it, I am going to go ahead and just lay them on each other before sewing on it. So carefully align it together, and then I'm just going to sew the both shoulders together like this. Then I'm going to also sew the side seams together. So after that, I'll just go ahead to just cut out the sleeve. So again, I'm making use of what is available for me. If I had my way, I'll make a longer length of a sleeve, but since I don't have much fabric left, I'm only going to be making the length that this sleeve can go for, or making the length that this fabric can go for, and I can only get the shorter length. So again, make use of what you have. So the both sleeves are ready. This is one of it, and this is the second one. This is the second one as well. I've notched them at the middle. So after that, I've already joined the side seams together, and then I'd already joined the shoulders as well. So once you flip it to the right side, this is how it's going to look. As you can see, for the neck, I've not done anything about it. I intend to use a glue or a gum. I intend to use E6000 to hold it together. So this is the sleeve. I'll just go ahead and join the sleeves together. Once the sleeve was done, this is it. So for the neck, instead of just using a bias or just sewing on it and just seeing thread all around, I just went ahead and I used the E6000. Then I held it down with a pressing iron. You can see neatly folded in. And this is the neck. You can see the cowl effect on the neck already. You can see the hand. Also, I'm going to use the gum to also cover for the down parts of the top. Like you see, I already started closing it up, but just came to show us before I conclude on that part. So that will be all for this top. So don't forget to like my video, share and subscribe, and see you in my next video. Bye.